Just look at the creamy center. This is what makes pain de blanc so special. Hi, welcome to my kitchen, or welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Claudia, a passionate home cook sharing her love for Portuguese recipes. On Tuesday, I post a recipe video, and on Saturdays, I usually post a vlog style video. If that is something that interests you, make sure to subscribe. If you love chocolate and Portuguese dessert, this pão de ló de chocolate úmido is a match made in heaven. It's rich and creamy and melts in your mouth. Perfect for Valentine's Day or any other day you feel like some chocolate love. Pão de ló úmido de chocolate is a rich, velvety Portuguese sponge cake. But instead of being light and fluffy like the classic pão de ló, this version is intentionally underbaked, giving it that soft, creamy center. Think of it a cross between a chocolate molten lava cake and a soufflé, but with that signature Portuguese touch. Simple ingredients, deep chocolate flavor, and pure indulgence. Growing up, I've always had the traditional pão de ló with the creamy center, but this chocolate version takes it to the next level. So let's go over the ingredients. For this recipe, we're gonna need 3 whole eggs and 10 egg yolks. We're gonna need some flour, sugar, cocoa powder, and salt. Make sure to save the egg whites because you can always use them to make a different dessert, or just use them in your eggs in the morning or omelets. We're also gonna need an 8 or a 9-inch cake pan with the removable bottom and some parchment paper. I'm gonna be using a stand mixer for this recipe, but you can use a hand mixer as well. We're gonna get started with preheating the oven at 350. So let's get into it. Bora cozinhar. So I'm just gonna spray my pan and put in the parchment paper, like so. And we're gonna set that aside and start on our cake. We're going to be using the whisk attachment, and into our bowl we're going to add in our egg yolk, our sugar, our egg, and you want them at room temperature. I took out the eggs an hour before making the recipe, and I separated the eggs. It is easier for you to separate your eggs when they're still cold. So I did that, and I put the egg whites in the fridge. You can use them to make a pavlova. That would be a beautiful dessert as well. Or a molotov, which is an egg white cake that's baked in the oven. It's delicious. We're gonna add in a pinch of salt. And now we're gonna beat our eggs and sugar for 15 minutes. Yes, you heard that right, 15 minutes. We want it to triple, and it's gonna turn into this very velvety, heavy white cream. And I'll show you when we get to that stage. But we wanna go for about 15 minutes, and it needs to triple in size. And I'm gonna beat it at medium speed. So the 15 minutes are up, and let me show you what you're gonna look for. So you are looking for to get this kind of consistency where when you lift it up, you can make a design, and the design takes a while to disappear into the cream. See how it's not sinking right in? That's what you're looking for. Now we're gonna shift our cocoa and our flour into a bowl. I do it into a bowl because I'm so messy all the time and it tends to get all over the place, so I just use a big bowl and do it like that. This cake, as you might have noticed, has no yeast in it. So we're using the air that we've just beat into the cake as a leavening agent. That's what's going to make the cake grow. So now we shifted that. Now we're going to do it in 2 parts and shift it into here. So after shifting the first part in, we're gonna mix it in slowly, gently, so we don't deflate our cake. We wanna keep all these beautiful air bubbles in. So we're gonna just do it slowly, and it's gonna take a little bit of time, but so when that is fully incorporated, we'll do the remaining of our cocoa and flour mixture. And make sure you go to the bottom of the bowl and make sure everything is well incorporated. And don't skip this part of shifting in the flour and cocoa, because you don't want to end up with little clumps of the flour or the cocoa. So now we're just gonna mix this gently, make sure everything is well incorporated. So once you're confident that all your batter is mixed well, make sure to go to the bottom of your bowl just to ensure. It's time for us to pour our batter into our prepared pan. Now our pain blanc is ready for the oven. Here's the thing, every oven is different, and we are going to cook the pain blanc at 350 between 20 and 25 minutes. We want to undercook the pain blanc so that it'll give us that creamy center, but the outside and the bottom of the cake will be set. So the way we're gonna do this is, if this is the first time where you're baking the cake in your oven, my suggestion is to bake it for 25 minutes. And then next time, you can get a sense of what you like. Do you like your pain blanc more cooked or more underbaked with more creamy center? We're gonna bake it for between 22 and 25 minutes and check in on it. What you're looking for is it's going to be set on the outside, but when you wiggle it, it's still going to have some shake to it. So let's bake it, and I'll see you back here in 22 minutes. So it has been 22 minutes, and as you can see, the outside is pretty set, and then the inside is still a little bit wobbly, as you can tell. I'm gonna put it in for another 2 minutes just to get it to set a bit more. Okay, so I just took it out, and as you can see, it's a bit more set. It forms this hard crust on the top, and then you can tell the middle, but here it's more set, and then it's just the center that it's not. You can tell a lot less wigglier. So now we're gonna let it cool in the pan, and then we're gonna transfer it to a rack, a cooling rack. So I let the pain blanc cool for a little bit, and then removed the cake pan, and put it on the cooling rack. And now I'm going to put it on my cake stand. It will have a rustic look to it because of the parchment paper, but that is okay. So as you can tell, the center is still a little bit wobbly, and then here it's fully set. I ended up baking it for 24 minutes. So now let's cut into it and see what it looks like. It is not completely cooled yet, so it's still a little bit warm to the touch, I would say. Just look at the creamy center. This is what makes pão de ló so special. And now comes the most difficult part. Let's have a taste of our pão de ló úmido de chocolate. This is pure chocolate heaven. Velvety, rich, and so indulgent. If you love easy and delicious Portuguese recipes, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what's your favorite chocolate dessert? Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let me know if you make it, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.